Hey, how's it going? This is Brandon from Brandlux Media, and as usual, we have an absolute banger because today I'm going to bring you through a live Meta, Facebook, call it whatever you want, ads account. I'm going to bring you through the exact structure of a company that we're in the process of spending between eight. I think we spent $8,000 or $9,000 just yesterday, but we're in the process of scaling even more. We're probably going to scale to like 15. Maybe $20,000 in ad spend in a single day, right? So I love, we're obviously scaling all of our clients, but I want to show you this in particular because we're in the process of scaling them through like a season. And so I want to bring you through the exact structure of the ad account, and everybody's requesting this. So I'm excited to do this video, and you will realize how simple this actually is. I'm going to bring you through the exact structure of it so that you can use the same simple structure for your ad account, for your e-commerce business. Even if you're not doing e-commerce, it's actually the same exact principles. Okay, with no further ado, let's get right into the video. Great, so as usual, before we get things going, let me actually refresh so you know this is real. This is a brand that we're scaling. If you haven't been following my channel in the last week, I'm just documenting this client. As you can see, we scaled to like $30,000. I'm not sure why this is lagging so much. There we go. But yeah, just yesterday we hit $30,000 in sales. And the good news is that we literally just started scaling. And I received news from my media buyer and my head of performance at my agency, Brandlux Media. And we are looking to hit probably, $15 to $25,000 in ad spend, not even revenue, just in ad spend. Right now, I'm going to show you through the ad account right now. But right now, I think we're spending 7, 8, 9K a day in daily spend. And so I'm going to bring you through the exact landing page structure. And if you can see here, just so you know that we actually, grow companies year over year. This is a 300% increase just compared to last year. For this particular client. Okay, so let me actually go through the ad account, and I'm excited about this because every single time I receive news, sorry, not news, but I receive questions about, okay, how do you structure the ad account? How do you structure the ad account? And I always reply, guys, it's simple. It's very simple. Focus on the creative, focus on the marketing, focus on the landing pages, focus on the offers. And everybody kind of gets pissed off, and I understand why. But I want to show you, and this is probably going to be one of my favorite videos, show you how simple it is to set up an ad account that actually works and how important the rest of the things in business are compared to just like tweaking the ad account so much. Okay, so let's actually go through it. I'm excited, and let's get it going. So this is basically the ad account. Okay, and let me just refresh so you know this is real once again. And so the company is making, was in the last 30 days, they make like $330,000 as you saw before. And we spent 100, and we're also spending, I believe 20 to 30 grand on Google as well. Okay, so it's actually extremely profitable because their break even is like 1.4x return. So for every dollar they spend, if they make 1.4 back, they break even. They also don't have like any fixed costs. This is like a great actually business model, and so this is like an operation that is really running profitably. And the great thing is that we're actually maintaining the profitability as we're scaling. Okay, so in the last 30 days we spent over $100,000 in ad spend. Okay, if we just look at the last 7 days, that's when we actually started scaling a lot more aggressively, right? Basically over half of the ad spend, almost 45,000, is coming just from the last 7 days. Now, you might be noticing, right? Of course, there's a bunch of campaigns here, but you might be noticing we're spending 100K a month, right? We're probably going to spend way more than that, probably $10, $15, $20,000 a day in ad spend. Why is the ad account just with a couple campaigns? Literally, we're spending in 3 campaigns. Why do you think that is the case? I'm going to explain why. Okay, so there's a couple things to kind of understand from this account. First of all, we are dealing with this client one niche and one product, and this is kind of like it is an evergreen product, meaning that it receives sales throughout the year, whatever. But of course, it has peak seasons. But the most important thing to understand here is that this is really simple, right? But it's also extremely simple to like an extreme extent because we're dealing with one niche right? But most specifically, like one product, right? Or one type of product, because they sell many different types of products, but this is just like one type of product, so we can cater the entire ad account structure on one product. Now, let me tell you what I would do if, for example, we're serving a skincare company or a beauty company or a company, whatever, any type of company that has maybe different sub niches like skincare or hair care. Instead of having just one ACS, duplicate it and have one for each niche or one for each offer, right? So if you want to split test offers, like at the end of the day, we crack the code for this company and we know exactly what type of offers work. So this makes the account even way more, easy to structure. But this is what your ad account should look like. Whether you're doing 5K, whether you're doing 50K, 50 million a month, whatever, it doesn't matter. It should be extremely simple. Now, of course, once again, like we've tested a bunch of different ad campaigns, right? It's just part of the process, but eventually this is what the account should look like, okay? So let me just break it down. This is actually not going to be a super long video because it's a very simple and basic high level strategy and understanding and structure of how we structure the ad account here. So we essentially have a couple different basic campaigns which you probably already know of. I speak about these every single time. So let me just filter by never mind. So we have a campaign. So just for the last, let me do this last 30 days. Over 50% of the account is spending on an ASC, Advantage Shopping campaign. Okay, this is basically one of the campaigns that we use and leverage for scaling. And if you don't have too much data in your ad account, meaning that you're maybe starting from scratch, you can still test it. But this particular type of campaign really works well when you're trying to scale. How does it work? It's very simple. You basically have no control over who you are showing your ads to. Okay, you have no control over that. You literally have control over the countries, the age, the budget, and the creatives. Maybe I'm missing something, but these are like the fundamental ones. And so these are basically creative campaigns. Oh, and just by the way, before I get into the nitty and gritty here, like we spent 100,000. The account actually says that we made like whatever 220,000, so like a 2.05x return. It's actually higher because there's attribution problems. But even if it were to, it's actually quite profitable for this company. Okay, and this company is sitting at right around, I know that a lot of you are going to ask me, right around like 20% profit margins, which is actually great for e-commerce standards. Okay, so this is the campaign that we use for ACS for scaling. How does it work? We put all of the winning creatives, offers, everything that works into this scaling campaign. Literally all we have to do is put all the winning offers here. I can't obviously, guys, sorry, but I can't show you the ads. I can't show you the types of ads that we're running. It's just completely, it's just based on NDAs and contracts that we sign. So bear with me, but just focus on getting your winning ads and putting them into the ACS or ASC campaign. This is what we do, literally simple. And how do we find these winning campaigns? Where we have an ABO, creative testing campaign. Now, a lot of you are going to say, but I heard that CBO works. I heard that this works. I heard that this other strategy works. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm just showing you what's working for us at the end of the day. And have we tested CBO? Yes, we have tested CBO. But overall, as we were scaling this account, we just noticed that this ABO creative testing strategy is working really well for us. And so we just stuck to it. Do we have other clients that we're testing with CBOs? Yes, like we do have them. But this is a client where we're just focusing on the ABO for creative testing. Okay, let me actually show you inside here. So as you can tell, like these are like all broad, they're all broad targeting, guys. Like literally everything is completely broad. And so many of these are not even on. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 campaigns that are on, and we're spending up to $600 a day in one single ad set. What is the difference between this campaign, this campaign or this campaign and this campaign. So sometimes what actually is different is the actual targeting, maybe the countries we want to run a split test. But in this case, it's not, because we're targeting US, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, basically the top countries, but also like other countries as well. I think, I'm not sure why it's not written here, but from my understanding and what I know from this client, we're also targeting some other countries as well. Either way, these are the top countries that we're getting the most sales from. And what is the difference between, you know, this one and this one? The main difference is literally the creative or the offer or the ad copy, right? Or the landing page structure, or the if we're split testing anything. And so in our scenario, we already know what works, because this client has a track record. We've already tested quite a lot of ad spend and understanding what works and what doesn't. So we kind of stick to it. But then of course we always probably spend around 10 to 15% of the budget towards something just completely new, or something that we're maybe seeing that other competitors are doing, and we try to test it. But look, these are literally the same exact campaigns. What you have to understand is that the way that we do it is that we do broad targeting, which I recommend if you're starting out. But if broad targeting doesn't work and you're like starting out, I recommend doing like broad interests. So what do I mean by broad interests? I basically mean campaigns that have like, you know, interests that have like millions and millions of within the demographic of population wise. And so as you start populating your ad account, it's going to get a lot more smart with AI, whatever, the Meta, TikTok, whatever platform you're using. It's the more you spend, the more the pixel is going to get information, and the more you can do broad targeting a lot more easily. Okay. And so instead of focusing your time too much on doing, going after pet lovers or testing the pets or animals, like interest or whatever, camping, that is not really too important. Okay, it's really not too important. You have to focus on your marketing and on your creative. And I know everybody's gonna roll their eyes again, but this is the truth of how we're approaching marketing in 2024. Just look at all of these campaigns are just like literally all the same. Like, by the way, our ad account wasn't like this like 2 or 3 years ago, right? Maybe not even like a year ago. It wasn't like this. We had to change and shift, because this is where we're going with AI and with just like advertising and media buying moving forward. It's just how it's working. Once again, what's different here is that we're testing different offers, different approaches, different UGC creators, right? Different types of ads. And so what happens here is that this is a creative testing campaign. And then once we find the ads that actually work, we scale them in the creative testing campaign as well. As you can see, we're basically spending $600 on just one campaign, and it's a testing creative campaign in the ABO. And so if it works here, there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to scale it here as well. So by increasing the budget, you can also just duplicate the exact same campaign, the same exact ads, and you can like try to double the budget and see if that works. Sometimes we do that as well. If not, you can basically increase the budgets by 10 to 20% every couple of days, depending on how much you're spending and depending on, you know, if it's still profitable or not, and all those things. Okay, so this is essentially our testing campaign, and then we spend around 30%, in this case 35, a little bit more, because we also have other channels that we're retargeting, just like Google or organic or other channels as well. And we're literally doing a very simple retargeting here. Once again, very, very simple retargeting stack. That is, let me just see what type of retargeting we're doing here. Yeah, so we are doing, bear with me 1 second. So we're spending $3,600 in a single day just for retargeting. And we have people that added to cart, people that initiated checkout, people that view the content, website visitors 90 days, engaged with Instagram within the last 365 days, engaged with the Facebook page in the last year, video views 75%, and then we exclude current purchasers in the last 180 days. This is actually very important. We don't want to spend money on ads on people that already bought our product. We have email marketing for that. We have SMS marketing for that. Okay, so once again, this is really fundamental. Make sure that you have your retargeting stacks. Now, one thing that you can do if you want to split test, we already know that these work, right? So there really isn't a point for us to do that. But you can split test retargeting stack and basically and test, you know, if add to cart works better than initiate checkout, or if Facebook work better than Instagram viewers or engagers, right? So you can split test your own way. But once again, we like to keep it very, very simple. And we have a bunch of retargeting ads over here as well. Great, so this is basically the setup. It's very simple. We have three main campaigns. Once again, ABO for testing, creative testing, retargeting, and then an ACS. And you can split test, you can do retargeting, you can use ABOs or CBOs. I think we're using a CBO right now. And then we have the ACS for scaling. This is literally how we do it. Now, how do we find winning ads? I'm going to go through the exact same process that we use to find winning ads, and we use Audio. We use tools like this. And I know that, once again, if you are probably following me for a while, you're probably rolling your eyes with me again, because I always talk about this tool. We're actually partners with them, but we decided to partner with them because we literally use this tool for all of our clients. And it makes finding winning ads very, very easy and accessible. And so what you have to do is, like, the question that I receive a lot is like, cool, so like, now that I know the ad account structure, very simple, how do you find winning ads? Well, I'm going to literally give you the answer based on what is working for us. And what is working for us is literally going on tools like Autria. There's also other tools, but this is one of my favorites. Looking for your competitor. Let's just say we're selling socks, right? And then going and studying your entire competition. Snox, I think, is a good brand. I think I have it open over here. They're running 2,000 ads across social platforms. And the good thing about this tool is that if you follow the brand, it will also give you more information on how they're distributing their traffic, how many images they're running percentage-wise, how many videos they're running, is the traffic being redirected to. Like, and you can also filter by longest running ads. Why do you want to filter by that? Well, because if you filter by longest running ads, you know, you're basically going after the ads that are working, are the most profitable, which is of course the ones that you want to model. Now, don't get me wrong, when you're dealing and we're looking at like companies that are doing like $50 million, what I tended to notice is that the proportion of images is slightly higher, but typically we run like 60-40 or like 70-30%, 70% videos, 30% images, and it's probably because they have a bunch of retargeting. And when we're doing retargeting, images actually work quite well, and they're great. They just work. And so they probably have 50% because they're doing a lot of retargeting. They have a bunch of organic traffic, Google traffic, TikTok, and maybe other platforms. So either way, go on Autria, use it. I also have a link down below if you want to explore this tool. But this is what we do. And then what we can do here is basically study the ad copy of this of these winning ads. We can also click on the ad. Click on the ad if it opens, and then we can study the script, study the framework. It could also generate similar scripts, and it will also generate similar scripts from the storyboard and the script that the creator is using in this video. So it will transcribe the entire video. So this is just a great tool that I really recommend. And this is basically how we find our winning creatives, and pretty much how we found new winning concepts for the other client that I just showed you over here. Okay, so that is it for this video. I went over the ad account structure. I went over how we find the winning ads. I can go over things more in detail maybe in other videos. Just let me know in the recommendations. I always want you guys to comment and let me know, how I'm doing. If you actually enjoy the content that I'm pushing out, I try to keep things as simple as possible. Grow companies in the most simple and profitable way, efficient, profitable way as possible, but very, very simple. I'm a very simple person. All of my team likes simple. My clients like simple. Everybody likes simple. So we try to focus all of our energies on the creative aspect, because that's where this media buying era is bringing us towards. Okay, and so we just have to adapt. Once again, in 2015, we were the media buyers that just like tested all the fucking crazy strategies and here and there, but now it's just a completely different game. Now, okay, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this short case study, and let me know once again if you have recommendations. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, and see you in the next one.